Here we go.
As someone who just watched that first Twister movie from the 90s fairly recently, I wasn't overly excited to see a sequel or a reboot, whatever you want to call this one. When I did watch it, I thought it was an enjoyable time. It knew what it was. It was fun, schlocky, entertainment, and that's what I simply wanted out of another movie, of course. What intrigued me most was Glen Powell being involved, Daisy Edgar-Jones, and then you have Isaac Chung helming the movie, who, if you don't know, was the director and writer of Minari from a couple years back, which is just a splendid movie. And this should have been an easy home run, I thought, but unfortunately, I left disappointed just because of the talent involved. It doesn't totally fall flat, but I had more issues with it than things that I enjoyed, unfortunately. But as we get into the rest of this review, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and comment down below what are your thoughts or expectations for Twisters. Let's keep talking about it. The number one thing I thought coming out of this movie is that it lacked self-awareness. It almost feels like a movie that's trying so hard to just have fun and just make you feel like you're having a good time that in the process it falls flat. It tackles the impact that these severe weather storms have on neighborhoods, but it doesn't really tackle that. It just kind of is like, oh, that's a thing, but it doesn't really dive into it. So it's almost like half-assing it. I did think that there were some intense moments, specifically the final third act really was pretty good. And there's a sequence at a motel, and it keeps you engaged. Daisy Edgar-Jones, who is basically the lead, I would say Glen Powell is more co-lead, supporting. I like her. I love normal people, and I think that she is a talented actress. Here, she feels miscast and just didn't win me over. Everything just felt off with her, and I don't know if this just wasn't the right material for her. There wasn't much chemistry between Powell and her as well. I think Glen Powell does a good job. He works with what he's given. At times he can take material and just go above and beyond and just completely win you over with his charisma. I think here he does a solid enough job. I think he gets a pass. He's great in basically everything he's in, and I'm a big fan of his. But I just feel like Daisy Edgar-Jones, like, this is a leading role in a summer blockbuster. She has a lot of weight to carry, and she struggles handling that. Also with Isaac Chung, I'm always interested in seeing a director go from a smaller film to a big movie. I think this jump might have been a little bit too much for him. It doesn't feel like he quite knows how to elevate the summer blockbuster into something thrilling, entertaining, and one that feels like an absolute blast. Like, I didn't get that from this one. It doesn't really leave his mark on the movie either. It feels like anyone could have directed it. With Minari, it just felt very intimate, and I know this is a much bigger movie, so you lose that intimacy. But there was a real foundation on family and characters, and in here, that's not the case. It also frequently loses steam. There are times when it's interesting, then it slows down, interesting, slows down. And overall, it's just disappointing because this, again, should have been an easy home run, one that I really had a great time with, maybe even came out loving. In no world would I ever compare this to a Top Gun Maverick. I know some are already trying to call this the Top Gun Maverick of this year. No. It's an easy comparison because they're both legacy sequels, I guess, that movie having more of a connection to the original rather than this one. And they, of course, both happen to star Glen Powell. You get the gist of it. I enjoyed that movie 10 times more than I did this one. It's fine. Like, I didn't hate it, but I feel like I could have left the film having a bit more of an enjoyable experience overall. I'm going to give Twisters a C+, and I would just recommend streaming it. Even seeing it in IMAX, I thought that was going to elevate the experience, but no, it possibly could have been the theater. The audio sounded a little bit weak, so take that with a grain of salt. But the movie still doesn't really work on its own. It's not as much fun as it should be, not as self-aware. But be sure to let me know your thoughts on the movie down below in the comments. Maybe you enjoyed it more than I did. Maybe you're on the same level. Let me know. I want to thank you so much for watching this review. And again, if you did enjoy it, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button, as well as that notification bell so you don't miss any further videos. And as always, look forward to more content coming soon. My name is Ben. People call me Meter, and I'll see you guys in the next one.